Master of Sass, Sticks and Stones. As they arrived on the docks of Stiix, a fisherman waved and said, "Welcome to Stiix. Watch your step." His fishing pole bent nearly in half. "Oh, I caught one. It's a big fella." He screamed as the fish he hooked pulled him into the water. Kai sat down on a bench, looking nervously at the water. "I didn't know you were afraid of heights," Jay remarked. "I'm fine with heights. It's water I hate," Kai replied. "Didn't seem to have a problem before," Zane noted. "Before, I could make a fire dragon at will," Kai said. "Since Moro's taken over Lloyd and our power's gone, I haven't felt—" "Ah!" He screamed as a plank broke beneath him. Cole caught him before he fell into the water. "Well, now that we know ghosts don't like water either, at least we should feel safe surrounded by it," Cole said as they continued into the village. "Ugh, what a dump," Jay said, looking around. "You'd think the thief who stole the scroll of Jitsu would have better taste." This is Ronan we're talking about. He'd steal the sea if it were worth anything," Cole pointed out. "We just have to figure out which rock he's under and get to the scroll before Moro does." "Let's split up and start looking," Zane said. They split up to search for Ronan. They met back up at a pawn shop and went inside. Cole started browsing the shelves. "Wait a minute, this is my dad's Blade Cup trophy. What's it doing in a pawn shop?" he questioned, picking it up. "There's definitely no way your dad would sell this. I bet it's stolen," Irene said. "Selling stolen goods? Sounds like we might have stumbled on the right place," Kai declared. Ronan entered, whistling a tune as he carried a vase. "Ronan," Jay said. The thief looked surprised to see them. "Going so soon?" Irene asked. "If this is about our last encounter, it was only business," Ronan replied. Kai was indignant. "You left us in the mouth of a—" "So you're still upset," Ronan interrupted. "Let me make it up to you." He set the vase down and pushed a button. A vengestone net fell from the ceiling and stopped just short of the counter. That was a mistake." "I can explain that," Ronan said quickly. Irene gave him a death glare. Nothing here is legit, including you," Cole accused. "Yeah, I bet your airship's not far either. What do you call it again? Rilo? Ruby?" Jay said. "Rex. And could you have a little sympathy? Sold her so I could buy this place," Ronan said. "As you can see, I'm trying to make an honest living." "Honest enough to steal the scroll of Jitsu?" Kai said. "The scroll of Huwatsu?" Ronan asked, feigning innocence. "Jitsu. It can make a spinjitsu master fly," Jay said. "Yeah, so hand it over or we can make you fly," Cole added, slamming his fist down on the counter. "Whoa, cool down, fella. Even if I had such a thing, it sounds pretty old and important. Definitely not something I'd keep on site. And definitely too much for you to afford," Ronan said. "Maybe I can interest you in some unique weapons. I've got jade blades, obsidian armor. Have anything that can vanquish ghosts?" Zane asked. Ghosts you say?" Ronan asked. "Yeah, they hate water, but we're not looking for water balloons. We need something reliable," Cole said. What you're looking for is an arrow blade forged by deepstone, an aquatic material mined from the bottom of the ocean," Ronan said, pulling an arrow blade out of a chest. "Very unique, even more expensive." Can't you see he's giving us the runaround?" Kai burst out. "We want the scroll, Ronan. What do you want for it?" 200, Ronan said. "So you do have it!" Irene accused. 200? We don't have that kind of dough," Jay exclaimed. "Come on, you guys once had the golden weapons. You honestly telling me you never pinched anything?" Ronan asked. "No, we don't pinch. We don't even have pockets," Kai said. "What if we were to tell you all of Ninjago depends on it?" Cole asked. "Well, then that changes everything. 400, Ronan replied. You can't just double the price," Jay complained. "My shop, my rules," Ronan said smugly. The ninja all huddled together in the corner. Kai began. "All right, so my gut says—" "What do you think, Zane?" Cole interrupted. "What, my opinion doesn't matter?" Kai said, miffed. We don't listen to your gut anymore, Kai. Zane's the leader. You just get us lost," Jay said. "Well, I say we give him what he wants. I sense if we won't, Moro will," Zane said. "I agree, but 400 is definitely too much. I did bring some money, but not nearly enough. I think I can negotiate with him. He'll change the price, one way or another," Irene said. She walked over to Ronan. 200, she said. 400, Ronan said. 300, Irene countered. 400, Ronan said. 350, Irene argued. $4.50, Ronan said. Deal! Kai shouted. Jay facepalmed and Irene glared at him. As they walked out of the shop, Irene smacked him on the head. You ruined my negotiation. I was about to get somewhere with Ronan, stubborn as he was. She burst out. Yeah, nice going, Kai, Jay said sarcastically. I didn't see you do any better, Kai fired back. We need to figure out how to make some money, Zane said. Irene, you said you brought some? How much? Irene looked through her pack. Only 47, unfortunately. I was hoping to talk him down to 150 at most and come up with more later, but someone screwed it up. She glared at Kai. We must find a way to make money, Zane declared. They went around the village looking for a way to make money. They found an ad looking for someone to finish building a dock. The foreman was very glad to see them. Oh, glad you 5 showed up. Even with 100 coin ahead, couldn't find anyone willing to go out there and complete the dock, he said. You'll have to make do with 4. Our friend was injured recently and she's still recovering, Cole explained. That's okay, we can make it work. I can make sure she's comfortable and rested, the foreman said. I don't need to be babied, Irene protested. Yes, you do. Let us take care of you, Jay told her. Kai was skeptical. I don't know. We have to work over water? He asked. Ain't the water you gotta be careful of. It's strangleweed, the foreman said, gesturing to some green leafy tentacles in the water. Grabs a hold of you, doesn't let go. But I could use a good team. How about it? Just remind yourself, after we complete this, we'll be able to buy the scroll, Zane whispered to Kai. He turned to the foreman. Oh, we'll do it. As Irene sat on a bench and watched, the boys went to work. Zane was in charge, directing everyone and keeping the strangleweed away. Kai was manning the crane, and Cole and Jay worked together to lay the planks down. Oh, would you look at that? What a team, the foreman remarked to Irene. Impressive, right? She said, smiling. Everything was going great until a fly started buzzing around Zane's head. He tried to swat it away, but he ended up swallowing it. Kai saw him waving his arms around. What's that supposed to mean? You want me to swing it? Okay, you're the leader, Kai said with a shrug, using the crane to swing the post around. Zane, look out! Cole shouted as Zane was hit with a beam. He managed not to fall in the water. Inefime, Gnikrautrats dnap putilps stel, he called. He frowned. Strokad saludom, ikiov im. It appears your entire language database is damaged and there is nothing I can do, Pixel informed him. Zane saw some strangleweed creeping up towards Cole's ankle. Tuo kata, Tiwognarts et, elok, he shouted. Cole looked up, having heard, but not understanding. What's wrong with him? He asked. I don't know, I think he's talking backwards, Jay replied. Slow down! We can't understand you! Tiwognarts! Zane shouted frantically. Cole didn't understand until he looked down. Ah! Strangleweed! It's got me! He shrieked. Cole! Irene shouted worriedly. As Zane helped Cole get free of the strangleweed, Kai mistook Zane's frantic arm waving as a signal to drop the post. He did just that, destroying the entire dock they worked so hard to build. Irene looked over at the shocked foreman. I don't suppose you'll pay them for that. The others rejoined Irene, and Jay took a look at Zane. Ah, his voice mod's on the fritz. I can fix it, but it's going to take time, he said. TC dubtat tonsti, Zane asked. Sorry, Zane, you tried to lead, but I guess it just didn't work out, Cole said. Kai sighed. No money, no scroll, and it couldn't have happened at a worse time, he said. What are you, a bunch of quitters? Jay demanded. Sure, we can't understand Zane, but did we ever? And Kai's the last person I'd want to follow. Hey! Kai shouted. Zane looked offended. But now I'm in charge. We may not have the money to buy the scroll, but I say we don't need it, Jay said. And why's that? Cole asked. 'Cause we're gonna steal it, Jay announced. Jay, we're ninja, not thieves, Cole scolded. Yeah, but we're stealing from a thief, Jay argued. Haven't you ever heard 2 wrongs make a right? Jay, I don't think that's how it goes, Kai said. Thakir I kam tnod sknoru outsti, Zane corrected. Shut it, mushmouth. I'm the leader and what I say goes, Jay ordered. After Ronan locks up tonight, we steal the scroll of air jitsu. Once it was dark, the ninja got ready to go. Irene insisted on coming with them. The boys tried to convince her to stay behind and rest, but she was adamant. I'm not waiting by myself. What if Moro's got some more friends and he comes after me? She said. We're going to be running and jumping across rooftops. That won't be good for you, Cole said. I'm not staying behind, she said stubbornly. Irak Lee, Zane suggested, hoisting her up on his back. Problem solved, Irene said smugly. Remember, I'm in charge, Jay said. We're not stealing the scroll. We're returning it to the library after we learn air jitsu. Whatever helps you sleep at night, Cole replied, rolling his eyes. And we're ninja. Let's keep it quiet, Jay hissed. Ninja, go, they all whispered, leaping across the rooftops. Jay ended up falling through a roof, and they heard a woman scream. Ah! Get out of here, you blue weirdo! Jay climbed back out. Let's try to be a little more quiet, shall we? Last I remember, we're ninja, he said. Irene rolled her eyes. They stealthily made their way to Ronan's shop. As expected, there was a lock on the door. Jay grabbed hold of it, trying to pry it open with his teeth. You're supposed to pick the lock, not try to bite it off, Kai hissed. Ugh, if I had my powers, I'd zap it after I zap you, Jay hissed back. Move over, the both of you. I got this, Irene whispered, pushing them aside and taking a hold of the lock, examining it. She formed a tangible illusion of a lockpick and started jiggling it around, finally popping it open. Aren't you glad I came along? They walked in through the door. I hope Ronan doesn't have some sort of trap set to catch thieves, Cole said. I don't like sneaking around in the dark any more than you do. So let's just find the scroll and get out of here, Kai whispered. Hey, when you guys were leaders, you never heard me complain. And if you don't like sneaking around, why become a ninja? Jay pointed out. And leave no stone unturned. They split up, quietly searching the shelves for the scroll. The faster we find the scroll, the faster we can work on the next clue, and that will lead us to the tomb. Then we can save Lloyd, and it will all be because of me, Jay declared, quite pleased with himself. Ah, I found it, Cole exclaimed. You found the scroll? Jay gasped. No, but I found my father's trophy. I'm taking it back. He danced hard for this, Cole said, picking up the trophy. Irene noticed movement from the corner of her eye, and she turned to see the pipes of an old organ reaching out for Jay. She pointed in alarm, but the organ was already grabbing him. Ah! Holy pipes! The organ's got me! He shrieked. It's possessed by a ghost. I forgot what we're supposed to do, Cole cried. Water! Water! Jay shrieked, trying to entangle himself with Irene's help. I got water, Kai shouted, picking up a flower vase and tossing the contents at the organ. Hey, these flowers are fake, he exclaimed. We're on a village built entirely over water. Please, take your time, Jay shouted sarcastically. Aha! Cole said, throwing a water jug at the organ. The ghost escaped, and Irene was soaked. Snirf som sorums for eno ratona, Zane cried. I think he said another one of Moro's friends, Kai guessed. And there's more where that came from, Moro shouted, appearing before them. Ronan was tied up behind him. Moro laughed as he summoned 3 more ghosts. We're gonna need more water, Cole said. Irene pressed herself against the wall, scared. The last time she had seen Lloyd, was back at the museum, where Moro had beaten her so badly she was nearly killed. She was afraid to face him again. Cut me free, Ronan demanded Kai. Not until you give me the scroll. You're not the only one who can make a deal, Kai told him. Then at least take an arrow blade and get rid of a few of these ghosts, Ronan said. You said they were hard to come by, Kai accused. I'm a businessman. That was business, Ronan said. He ducked as a ghost flew overhead. This is personal. Now cut me free, he insisted. Not before we check out the merchandise, Kai said, picking up an arrow blade and throwing it at the nearest ghost. The ghost dissolved to nothing. Huh? They worked! Try these, he shouted, tossing arrow blades to the other ninja. Ha-ha! Now who's scared of who? Jay cried, catching an arrow blade and throwing it. Ronan managed to use Jay's arrow blade to cut himself free, tackling Moro. Where is the scroll? Moro demanded. You'll never find it, Ronan said, kicking Moro into a vase. The vase shattered, revealing a rolled-up piece of parchment. The scroll! The ninja exclaimed. Only one of us shall possess it, Moro said. Yeah, me, Ronan said, giving a 3-note whistle and grabbing the scroll as his airship crashed through the floor. Ah, I told you his ship wasn't far, Jay said triumphantly. Sorry to leave you hanging, but since this scroll's so important, I can't just give it away, Ronan called, swinging himself on board the ship. Morrow raised his hand, a gust of wind causing Ronan to fall out as the ship flew away. Unable to recall his ship, he ran, the scroll clutched tightly in his fist. Run, run, run away. My arrow will find you anyway, one of the ghosts hissed, pulling out a spectral bow and nocking an arrow. He fired, the arrow screaming through the air, heading right for Ronan. He grabbed a sign and shielded himself as the arrow struck the wood. That was close, he said. But so am I, Morrow said, coming out of nowhere and snatching the scroll. Morrow's got the scroll! We can't let him get away! Irene shouted as they chased after him. He won't outrun the 5 of us, Cole said as they jumped onto a roof. Jay fell through and they heard a shriek. Ah! Not again! Scratch that, guess it's just the 4 of us, Cole amended, and they kept going. Irene felt a sharp pain in her ribs from all the running. She went down on her knees, gasping. Keep going! I gotta stop and rest, she panted, and Zane, Cole, and Kai kept going. I'm not gonna be able to catch up with them. I'll wait for them to come back. She went back to find Jay. Couldn't keep up, huh? He said when he saw her. We told you. Don't you start. I'm fine, Irene said. You cracked your ribs a couple days ago. You keep pushing yourself like this, they're never going to heal. And we need you in perfect health if we want to defeat Morrow and get Lloyd back, Jay told her, guiding her to a picnic table and making her sit down. We'll wait here for the others to get back. It wasn't long before Cole and Zane came back. Where's Kai? Irene demanded, starting to get up, but Jay gently pushed her back down. Still after Morrow, I think. We fell behind, Cole replied. How are you feeling, little sister? Sore. All the running made my ribs hurt, Irene said. See, we told you. You should be resting, Cole said. I can't just sit around doing nothing. I couldn't stop Morrow at the museum, and I can't just sit around worrying all the time. I have to do something, Irene told him. Hey, could you use your connection to Lloyd to see what Morrow's up to? Jay said. I mean, Morrow has possessed Lloyd's body, so it might work. I could try, Irene said, closing her eyes. She reached for that connection. She found herself on the ground, screaming. She'd fallen off the bench. Cole helped her back up. Dinna pato, Zane asked. Irene took a deep, shaky breath. Lloyd, he's fighting the possession, but Morrow's really strong. And I felt a little bit of what he felt. She started to cry. It was horrible. He's been dealing with that for days. He sensed me and he was so scared, looking for my comfort, and Morrow snatched him away before I could tell him to hang on, that it was going to be okay. It's okay, Cole whispered to her, hugging her. So that didn't work out the way we hoped. We know how bad it is for Lloyd right now, and we're going to save him. Don't worry. Morrow has the scroll of air jutsu now, Irene whimpered. And we don't know where Kai is. Ugh, so after all this, Morrow gets air jutsu and we're left with Zip, Jay complained. I hate being leader, but I hate losing even more. Irga I, Zane added. They saw Rex descend, with Kai on board. We didn't lose everything. At least Kai's okay, Cole said. Tomorrow, I'll come in and we'll figure something out. Kai hopped off the ship. Thanks for the pick-me-up, he said to Ronan. Remember what I said about second chances, and I'm going to hold you to that deal. So long, and I hope you get your friend back, Ronan said, flying away. Second chances? What did he mean by that? Cole wondered. We may have lost out on the scroll, but he thinks there may be another way to learn air jutsu, Kai replied. We're still going to fly? Cole said excitedly. Really? Another way? Jay asked. Swinterg see sit, Zane said. Irene narrowed her eyes. Hold on a second. You made a deal with Ronan. He always makes deals in his favor, and you screw up negotiations, she pointed out. What did you give him? Kai squirmed a little under her gaze. I sort of gave him my share of the tea farm, along with all of yours, he admitted. The others were not pleased. You what? Jay shouted. Woo's gonna flip, Cole yelled. You idiot, Irene cried. So what about that? Zane said. I did what I had to, and for Lloyd, I'd do it again, Kai said firmly. You're right, but I have to ask, if Moro has the only scroll, just how are we going to learn air jitsu? Cole asked. Let's just say it's not going to be easy, Kai replied. We have a ghost of a chance.